story mode. That's our game we're making with Telltale. Now, I thought I'd introduce the people on this to my left. So we've got Joe.
Hi, Owen.
Hi, Joe.
Hi, Minecon.
Joe works at Telltale Games with Laura also. Hi, Laura.
Hi, guys.
Yeah. And of course we've got Lydia here, who is our brand director.
Hello.
So we're going to talk about Minecraft Story Mode, some of the inspiration behind it, what we've kind of tried to achieve with the game and what we've got so far. But we thought we should start with a nice refresh by playing the trailer you guys probably saw in the opening ceremony today. So let's hit it. Trailer, please.
I'm just
Giving me a sword?
even better. You can make your own.
Something weird is going on.
Is this what we were expecting?
Honestly, that and that. Just leave it.
There might be even more going on here than I thought.
I don't think you realize what you've done!
Everyone's running away, except for you.
Our gang sticks together, that's what we do!
It's in your hands now! Go!
What do you guys think? You excited about that game? So, we thought we'd talk a little bit about why, how, what this game is.
This game is, maybe who we are. So, I'm assuming everyone here has heard of, if you're here, you've heard of Minecraft. You've heard of that game, right? You've heard of Mojang, of course. Some of you have heard of Mojang, others have heard of Mojang. One of the two. I've heard of both. But we're Telltale Games, I'm Joe, this is Laura. If you've never played any of our games, we make adventure games. And it's, has anyone played, any fans of adventure games here in the audience? Clap for that. Has anyone played any Telltale games like The Walking Dead or Game of Thrones, Tales from the Borderlands, The Wolf Among Us, Santa Max? Cool. Awesome. So we've been making games for about a decade, just over a decade, working with some of the coolest partners in the world, and they keep getting cooler and cooler and cooler. And we're super excited because now we're working with Mojang on Minecraft Story Mode. We've been working with partners for years, and we make adventure games based on the things that we love the most, where there are really passionate fan bases that we're a part of, and we want to make games for those fans and for us, and we thought we'd get together with these guys and make this Minecraft Story Mode game.
Yeah, I think we've thought about kind of different ways to explore fiction set in the Minecraft world. And this is a really cool way that we can do that without making up kind of lore for the characters and the mobs. We can kind of go into something cool and have a cool interpretation of the game led by these guys.
Cool.
Cool.
And the thing that we like, we're huge Minecraft fans, and you know, we as game developers, we see sort of a lot of similarities. Like Minecraft has just grown and grown and grown over the years, and it doesn't grow without you guys. And it's a game and an experience and a phenomenon that's all about the fans, and it's all driven by what you guys are doing and how you guys are growing as a community and how you guys are growing the game itself. And at Telltale, we kind of do something similar where we make these games in episodes. And we make them for fans, but we make them in sort of a live development process where episode will come out where it's kind of like television. Our games are kind of like playable television, as a matter of fact. And as we make them, we're always looking at sort of what the fans are saying, what the reaction is, and sometimes we can kind of tweak and tailor and adjust certain things about the games as they go along. So we totally value what the fans have to say and all their input as we go through this live development process. And we do that for all of our series, and Mojang's been doing that with Minecraft for years now. And it's just this really interesting process that we kind of think alike in that respect. But we're just really big fans, and we've looked at stories that fans have sort of made in the Minecraft universe over the years. And I don't know if you guys have as well, but when we decided, hey, let's reach out, let's get together, let's meet up at GDC and South by Southwest and talk about this. And now this baby is being born very soon. It's premiering this year, as a matter of fact. It's coming very soon.
So this year you should get to play the first episode, at least, we hope.
What's that?
At least the first episode this year.
At least the first episode you will play this year. We don't know exactly when. It's probably sooner than we think. But we're working really hard on this, and it's coming in soonish. It's our fans' favorite 4 little words, soon. So.
To put it in perspective, because this is something that I didn't know before we started working with Telltale, basically each episode is like creating a movie. So it's crazy amount of work, and they do such an impressive job of coming up with an entire script. How does everything work? What if you actually move this way instead of that way and choose this decision instead of that? So it's a movie but more complicated. So
yeah, it's a lot of times when you see a movie, it's maybe 90 minutes or 2 hours. A script is maybe like that tall if you print it out. And our games, just for one episode, are about twice as thick. And then we have 5 of those, and this is a 5-episode series. Because when you play a Telltale game, you're driving the story. You're going to be playing as, why don't we cut to the slide? We can talk about some of these characters and the characters we'll be playing against. Cut to the next slide, Alex. There we go.
our cast of
There's
characters.
our cast of Minecrafters. You've seen the trailer, but I guess we can kind of talk a little bit about these guys.
Just talk a little bit about the pig.
About the pig?
Yeah.
Right to the pig. Just like you, always. So the pig I will say right off the bat, that's Ruben. Ruben is the best buddy of Jesse. Jesse is the character in the middle. You can see there with the red suspenders. He's played by an actor named Patton Oswalt. I don't know if anyone has seen Ratatouille. Anyone seen Ratatouille? So Ratatouille, Remy the rat. That's Patton Oswalt. So you'll be playing as Jesse. Jesse is he's a huge fan of everything going on in the world of Minecraft. And this is a game that doesn't really break the fourth wall. It's not like they're playing on a server and these people logging in to play Minecraft. We aren't going to cut to Will Ferrell at the end of the game or anything like that. It's very much within its own universe. And you're playing as Jesse. He's kind of, even though he's enamored with the world of Minecraft and seeing what other people and other characters are doing, he's kind of still learning about how to build a sword, how to ignite the portal, and sort of things that new Minecraft players are kind of experiencing for the first time. He's a total noob. And we can talk about some of his friends here. I won't get into too much detail because we don't want to spoil the story. But his friends are really, really, really passionate about Minecraft as well. On the left, that's actually Petra. Petra is, she is awesome. She's kind of a warrior herself. She's actually played by Ashley Johnson. I don't know if anyone's played The Last of Us on PlayStation. Anyone? Last of Us? There we go. She's a 2-time BAFTA award-winning actress, Ashley Johnson, as Petra. Who do we got here? In the green, we have Axel. That's Brian Hossein, another great comedian. He's Jesse's best friend. Or maybe it's Ruben. I don't know. Maybe you're gonna have to decide. We've also got Olivia, played by Martha Plimpton. A lot of you might know her from a movie called The Goonies. Big fan. And big fans. And we also got Lucas. Lucas is played by Scott Porter. He's been in The Walking Dead. He's also been a part of Lights. Hi, Scott. And that's our cast of characters. But just to dial it back and kind of talk about the kind of story that we're telling here, we got together last year. You guys came over to the Telltale office, and we all sat in a room. Laura was there. All of Telltale was there, the writers. And we kind of talked about, if we're going to take a step into the world of Minecraft, what kind of story do we want to tell? What kind of stories do we think are more universal? What influenced us growing up? I know you guys had some ideas.
I mean, it was a super cool process, actually. I mean, first we went over there with the ends. We wanted the game and the story to feel, I mean, not like you just play Minecraft exactly as you do today, but we wanted it to exist in a place that would feel familiar to everyone. So, that cool knowledge you built up from playing Minecraft could be applied in some ways to this game. You can see things within the game which kind of remind you of the cool times you have when you play normally. But that said, it still exists in its own world. And I think maybe we spent, almost a week just debating what kind of a world it would be. I mean, would we break that fourth wall? Would we dabble in different ways of telling the story? And we settled upon this cool kind of world, which, it contains some maybe analogs to like real life player types or different situations you might encounter, but it doesn't, it's a story within itself, and it will work for anyone that love Minecraft players, I think.
And there were 4 of us from the Mojang team that went. So it was Owen, myself, Junkware, art director, and then Jens as lead developer of Minecraft. So we took it very seriously that we wanted a team to integrate with Telltale. So it's very much a partnership game. We didn't kind of go, okay, make whatever you want and then show us at the end. We've been involved in every process, seeing, the results as they come in, talking about everything. So it's been a very, very close thing.
I mean, you can see from the kind of the way the game looks, like it still looks like Minecraft, but we've kind of changed some parts of the way that like a play model or skills might work in Minecraft, so we can accommodate more kind of cool emotional cues and more, give people more character than you'd be able to do from a standard kind of piece of Minecraft machinima or something like that. And we were iterating upon the way that it would look and feel for a long time. Specifically, Drunk Boy was discussing these different ways, and we come to a super cool place, I think.
I think so too. And just talking about a story, just talking about Minecraft, like we're all big fans. Laura, you played quite a bit of Minecraft.
Yes.
Tell us about that. What kind of Minecraft player are you?
Well, I started playing Minecraft and I didn't really know a lot about it, going into it. I thought, oh yeah, you build things, and I knew that there were mobs around, but what I didn't know is that they were actually going to be genuinely frightening. So I'm an adult woman, I have a driver's license and everything, but I'm actually really scared of the monsters in Minecraft. So I'm the kind of player that just builds things to keep the monsters away. I just want to do my own thing. I just want to have a little fun. And if a spider or anything sort of comes along and doesn't burn up in the daylight, I'm just going to dig my way out of there and start fresh somewhere else. Just set that whole thing on fire. It's fine. You do the same thing at home. You just move to another apartment. Like, there was a spider. I'm out. No problem. Only in Minecraft.
I do not get along with spiders.
Joe, what kind of Minecraft player are you?
I'm more of a...
You agree for
I'm a little bit...
Who thinks Joe is obviously a griefer when he plays Minecraft?
I'm more of a warrior. I'm more of a... I like to fight monsters and roam around and just try to survive. I'm terrible at putting spells together. I'm terrible at fixing things. And I guess I'm more of a griefer by accident just because I tend to screw things up. I'm good at causing trouble, sure.
Accidental creeper. I'm not sure if that's the type there, Joe.
But we won't, like at Telltale for the last almost two years, year and a half, like we've all been playing around the office. You'll be walking around and you'll see, horrific visions of, scenes being made for Game of Thrones, and then on the next screen, there's people playing Minecraft. And it's just such a relief, and it's so much fun, because at the office we have something called Telltale Town, and everyone's just been diving in and just exploring and creating and having their own Minecraft experiences. And I think there was one day something terrible happened with the chicken machine.
A great chicken disaster. Too many chickens spawned and it broke the entire server.
I think it wiped the whole thing clean. But we've been having a lot of fun with it, and that's the kind of thing about Minecraft. When you play, there is no story, and we're aware of that. Millions are aware of that. It's the stories that you make when you play, and the experience that you're having, and the story that you're kind of telling to yourself or amongst your friends. And we had to play a lot of Minecraft and really just make sure that we knew how to approach this, knew the different types of players there are in Minecraft, and the different types of experiences you can have. And we wanted to work that into a story that really evokes the classic film stories that we really, really were passionate about. When you guys came over, I know that we were just putting our heads together. The movies we grew up with, I think the two tent poles that we kind of called out were Goonies and Ghostbusters, where we all grew up with those. We love those a lot. Those are kind of films from 1985. Movies they just don't make anymore, not just like that. And a couple of recent things too, like Incredibles. I think there's some influence like that too in story mode. But we wanted to create a story that can kind of be for all ages, but also kind of bring generations together. I play with my family. Sometimes I play alone, sometimes I play with my family. I play with my nephews, Hi Maverick, Sage. Sometimes, stories like that or movies like that maybe don't click with kind of modern audiences, but kind of doing something that was in the spirit of something like that in Minecraft was just kind of a good starting place.
The Telltale games are actually like that in a way as well. I mean, you can absolutely play them on your own, but it's also just as fun, sometimes even more so, to play them, with someone else on your couch and, making decisions together and telling your own story, as a family or as friends. That's the way I like to play Telltale games. When we were at your office trying the Game of Thrones game, I realized that I'm a villain. I didn't feel great about it, but it's true. I was like always choosing whatever the worst choice was. And Owen was always like, no, mate, we should do the nice one.
I'm always trying to be nice to these Telltale games. But I mean, that's one of the cool things. If you didn't already know, in Telltale games, you can kind of shape the story yourself. It's not a case of just running through a completely linear adventure. Like, the decisions you make in the game will affect how it plays out, who you might encounter, what will happen in later episodes. That's one of the things you guys have perfected over the past couple of years of games.
Role-playing is pretty key. Segue. Alex, next slide. Good. So this is Jesse. Like I said,
And Ruben.
and Ruben. Cannot forget Ruben. You're going to be playing with Jesse, and in a Telltale game where you're driving a story, it's kind of a form of, it's literally role-playing. You're going to be able to play Jesse however you want to play him. And you know that you have your friends, sort of introduced you to them earlier, but you might have to decide, which friends do you want to be with the most, or which friends are you going to have to leave behind, or who you're going to survive with. And
Sometimes those choices are really tough.
And that's kind of what a Telltale experience is really like. It's about driving the story, role-playing as a character, how you would play them. And there's a lot of tough decisions to be made. Ruben, like I said, he's your best buddy.
This guy's not for pork chops.
Well, he's usually on edge because people often want to turn him into a pork chop. Jesse, thankfully, at least if you play it like that, won't let that happen. So,
Ruben doesn't talk, does he? He doesn't talk.
does he speak? Does he talk?
No, Ruben doesn't talk.
No.
But he's very expressive.
Expressive.
He knows how to communicate. Yeah.
He's the most expressive Minecraft pig I think you will have ever seen.
We hope he speaks to your heart.
Yes.
But no, he does not talk.
He's adorable, actually. I think people are gonna like Ruben.
I hope so. I think we can get to the next slide. Okay, so a little bit about what's going on in this game, in this story. And it's tough to talk about it because, like Lydia said, our games are a lot like a movie, and you're going to drive the story, but we don't want to spoil the game for you. We don't want to spoil the story. But Jesse and his friends, huge fans of the world of Minecraft, huge fans of all different types of players, learning from each other. Just like you, who all have gathered here in London at Minecon, he and his friends make their way to EnderCon, which will be happening in the episode. If you saw the trailer, they get there, without spoiling it, they make their way there, they maybe wander off to a few places they shouldn't wander to, and things go horrifically wrong.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Do not go anywhere you're not supposed to. Remember the rules.
Yeah, exactly. You need to take a lesson from this and not wander like behind that curtain, for example.
But you're gonna take him to EnderCon. You're gonna be able to take Jesse to the Farlands, to the end, pretty much anywhere you've ever have wanted to go, or maybe haven't gotten to yet in Minecraft. This story is likely going to take you there. You're gonna take Jesse. The reason they go to EnderCon is because they kind of idolize some legendary heroes. And if you saw the trailer, you saw a couple characters who were kind of... So one guy wearing a diamond garb was actually voiced by Dave Fennoy, who played The Walking Dead, that was the Everett, rest in peace. He is a member of, next slide, the Order of the Stone. And there's the 4 members of the Order of the Stone we're going to talk about.
Order of the Stone.
Order of the Stone.
The Order of the Stone, yeah, these are I don't want to spoil too much about this, but these are some super cool guys who might feel familiar to some of you players. Now, the reason for that is because each of them has a kind of distinct kind of characteristics that certain Minecraft players might have. So let's go through them and discuss a little bit about them. First, next slide, please. Gabriel, what's the deal with Gabriel?
Gabriel is the warrior. I myself am more of a Gabriel.
I am less of a Gabriel.
Gabriel. So the thing about the Order and why they're legendary is to Jesse and his group and to the characters in this story, they're the only known group of characters who have slayed an Ender Dragon.
I don't know if you saw the Ender Dragon that's around Big Ben in the main conference hall, but wow, it's big, it's scary, it's a challenge.
Has anyone here killed an Ender Dragon?
How many? Awesome.
Quite a few people.
You guys are amazing.
So you're as powerful as Gabriel the Warrior when you think about it. But let's not dwell on that too much. But he's a special guy. He's a special dude.
He is awesome. He's Gabriel. Gabriel is. You will see Gabriel at EnderCon, but you might not be able to find the rest of the Order. And I think Jesse and his friends are, without spoiling anything, going to have to set off on a quest to find the rest of them. And I think we can roll through those guys. So next slide. This is Eligard. Eligard is a redstone engineer.
That means she's incredibly smart.
How many people consider themselves more of an engineer? More of a... Okay.
I can see some of the people who put their hands up for the warrior thing and are rolling with the engineer. But it's okay.
So she's super, super smart. No one knows where she is. need Eligard, we need the rest of the Order of the Stone. Jesse, this group, needs to find all of them in order to solve this problem that's come up. I'm trying so hard not to spoil anything.
I think I'm gonna have to come and censor you from giving away the secrets.
What's that?
You can't give away the secrets, Joe.
I'm trying very hard.
Yeah.
So that's Eligard. You're going to meet her in the story. And two more to go through. Next. Next slide. Magnus.
That's what a good job really is. To brief her.
So yeah, Magnus is the road, but that's another term for griefer. How many of you are with me? How many of you guys are griefers? A couple of you.
Significantly less people would admit that they agree with us.
I mean well when I grieve. I don't mean to destroy anything.
He lives to grief. We know this, Joe.
There is an art to grieving, okay? And I think Magnus really exemplifies that. You can build elaborate traps and contraptions, and I think Magnus you're going to find if you find him in story mode, is quite an impressive griefer.
But he's a kind of griefer with style. He's not just throwing TNT around. He's doing cool, intricate things.
Like a planner, prankster kind of
Exactly, yeah. Cool
Not
pranks.
spur of the moment, but long game.
Yeah. So I mean, as you can see, each of these, we've got one more, but each of these kind of represents a certain type of player. We don't call it out in the game like, oh, you're playing as a griefer, but you can kind of feel that when you encounter these characters.
And maybe one of these characters, maybe you play like all four of them, at different times.
I think we roll next slide. This is Soren the Architect. How many of you are builders? Creative mode. Raise those hands. All right. I can build occasionally. But that's Soren. Soren is probably the last. No one's seen him in quite a long time. He's probably the hardest to find in this story right now. But that's kind of as much as we kind of want to show you without spoiling too much. What more?
I think you said
Quite a lot already.
I think we should maybe leave it there. But, through the course of the story, you'll encounter these people and maybe work with them or against them or in between them.
People and a pig. Let's not forget.
Yeah, exactly.
Not to say there are more types of players. Enchanters? Anyone do enchanting? Couple. Maybe you'll find someone in the story I've said too much.
We're going to take the mic away.
Right.
Okay.
All over. Joel.
Yeah. So,
No more Joel.
I mean, towards the end of this panel, we were going to take some questions from the audience, so you can start thinking about those now. But is there more stuff that we'd like to go into before we kick that off?
I think just to be super clear, with anyone that is maybe still confused, story mode is not a mode in Minecraft. It is the name of a separate game. This is a totally separate game, totally separate product. You'll be able to download this on pretty much every game console and PC. It's going to be on Xbox One, 360, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 3, PC, Mac. Download it on Steam, iOS, Android-based devices, Amazon. It'll be in a lot of places. Pretty much everywhere you play Minecraft, you'll be able to download Minecraft Story Mode, which was a name that you guys came up with that we fell in love with, and we think is very cool. It's coming later this year.
Okay, I think we can take some questions from the audience. So if you can, I think the way we're going to do it is maybe queue up there in an orderly way. Have we got a mic ready for this, guys? Yeah, we have. So if you'd like to ask a question, just stand up and approach this gentleman, and he will give you the microphone. Okay, first question. Let's do it. switch to different characters. Can you talk a bit about that, Joe?
I think that pretty much covers it for Telltale's games. It's not necessarily as swappable as something like, say, like a Mass Effect, because we put a lot of effort into writing one specific kind of character. And working with Pat Oswald was a really amazing opportunity. He's a big fan of Disney's daughter. But I think that there are plenty of very cool female characters, and I think she confirmed. I think you're really going to like Petra a lot. I think she brings a lot to the table.
So if Virgil wasn't around, Petra might be good.
Thanks.
I'm just wondering, did Telltale before you had a review of Telltale, and to follow on from that, how long did it take an initial kind of idea to get the official release to make the thing?
Yeah, I mean, I think Telltale approached us a long time ago. What was that?
2 years ago.
It was, so, we're working on another game with another game developer, Gearbox Software, based on Borderlands, Tales from the Borderlands. You know, when we were first getting that idea off the ground, the idea to kind of build a Telltale story that was based on another game universe, those ideas kind of hit around the same time. And we love the Borderlands idea because that universe is rich and full of characters and so many stories that we could expand on. But the other one that we really wanted to do was at the other end of the spectrum, where it was almost like a completely clean slate where we could tell an amazing story and kind of build our own characters, but stay within a universe that had its own logic. So early 2013, I want to say, ideas were kicking about. I think 2 GDCs came around, and it was really early last year that we really got rolling on this, early 2014. So a while.
On a scale of like 1 to Game of Thrones, how much moral grey area is there going to be with any decisions you make within the game?
Are we going to the Game of Thrones level? Probably.
It's funny because even though this is by no means it's not going to be a mature game, this is going to be a game that will probably fall somewhere around PEGI 12, we think, for about all ages, we would say. But even though there's, it's not going to be blood and the kind of, things you'd see in Game of Thrones. Morally gray, yeah, I think so. I think which friendship is a huge, huge part of Minecraft.
Absolutely. And I mean, you don't need to be, a king or a queen or vying for the Iron Throne to be, forced into tough situations where you have to make difficult decisions. I mean, everyone faces that in their day-to-day life. And I mean, if you don't, you're very lucky, and I would like to trade with you.
And one of the key elements of Minecraft is survival. And adventure and survival, key themes here in the story, and deciding which friends you're going to have to stick with to survive. I think that's going to be pretty morally gray, I would say. But yeah, it's a lot of those ideas and themes will be in here as well.
But there will be tough decisions you've got to make, for sure.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Is there going to be any big updates in the future?
Well, for Minecraft Story Mode,
Yeah.
I mean, it's released episodically, so, I mean, you'll get the first episode, and the second episode will come out later on, so I guess they're kind of like updates.
And there'll be, once you get the first episode, there'll be 4 more big updates with all new episodes. So yes, once it premieres, you'll play 1 episode, then there's 4 more to go.
Okay.
Thanks, you're awesome.
When you came up with why did you choose to make?
That's a good question. I think we considered quite a few animals before we settled on the big thing.
The wolf seems so normal.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of fun having a pet pig, and I think when you see how adorable he is, you'll understand that the pig was a good choice.
it's fairly inexpensive, so about $5 per episode, depending on what you play on. You can either buy a season pass, get all the episodes, or buy them individually. Very inexpensive.
It's going to be kind of the same as the other Telltale games.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks.
This is a question for all of you. From a scale of 1 to 100, how much is Ruben?
98.
I would say 95 because he's not a cat, or else he would get 100 from me. I have to go beyond the scale. It's like 105.
Whoa!
Did you say 105? Price is Right for 106.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Will the game be more like a free roam game, or is it fixed where you go?
I mean, there's, like with a lot of Telltale games, there are parts where you can explore the area and kind of encounter things in your own order, at your own pace. But it's not going to be a completely open world game, because we want people to kind of really experience this super cool story and kind of show people the cool stuff that will help us kind of move on that narrative.
That's why it's not a story of Minecraft, it's a story set in the world of Minecraft, so that you get to kind of experience a story of how the players are living in. So the story might take you to one location, and then you'll have maybe a little time to explore around there, poke around and see what there is, and then the story will move on, and you can take it somewhere else, new and exciting. It's, it'll be like that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So will there be will there be any unique items in the story mode that you can't get in Minecraft, or?
I think that's a super interesting question actually, because when we were coming up with the way the game was going to work, like one of the most important things to us, at the end especially, was to keep it consistent with the kind of laws of Minecraft. So almost everything that you encounter in the game will kind of feel in some ways familiar. However, I mean, there might be one, so I mean, we can't go into too much detail, but it might be one or two special things that you encounter which might seem a little bit familiar, but maybe slightly different as well. So yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks.
To the two members of the Mojang team, now that you've expanded into another genre of gaming, do you hope to do it again soon? And if so, what genre would you love to hop into next? Well, we're also making a movie with Warner Brothers Pictures, so that's kind of another fiction area that we're going into. What do you think, Owen? That's kind of a lot of stuff for us right now.
It's super hard to think about. I mean, the thing with the Telltale game, I mean, it was such a nice fit. Like, it's a way for us to explore some kind of cool Minecraft fiction without kind of destroying what people enjoy about the way they can play the game however they like. So the fit just felt so nice. I mean, I think it's tricky to think of another genre of game which we could kind of, which would fit so elegantly with what Minecraft is. I mean, who knows what might happen in the future, but I can't think of something off the top of my head, to be honest.
But if you think of one, you can let us know.
Yeah, even email us.
Thank you.
How very direct is it going to be? Is it going to be mostly just choose one line to say, or is there going to be a lot of skill involved, such as going around and actually doing certain things? How stuck to the dialogue are you?
I can answer that. It's, so when have you played any Telltale games before?
Nope.
No. If you played any Telltale game before, you're going to roll right in. You'll be super familiar. If you haven't played a Telltale game before, you're not going to have a hard time at all. Our games are very much built for people of all ages, regardless of skill set, to roll right in.
How stuck to the text are you? Are you going to be mostly in menus, or are you going to be walking around free roam?
So you'll be able to walk around the environments and the sets. Like I said, it's kind of like a playable TV show. And as you're talking to different characters, you'll have different options that you can play. You can pick to role play. And it's kind of play Jesse however you want to play him. And that's
There's also fights too.
Yeah.
That there's going to be actual how you're moving.
There's like, there are parts of the game where you're in a dialogue where you're discussing something with someone and you can shape that in certain ways. But likewise, there's areas of the game where which feel more like an action sequence, or there's free roaming bits of an area where you might be solving some puzzles or finding something cool or investigating something in a certain way. So, I mean, it's a mix. I mean, you do have dialogue trees and conversation, but you also have these more open parts. And it's like paced in a nice way, so it kind of keeps you engaged, and it's really fun to play.
Thank you.
Thanks.
In the original Minecraft, we have texture packs and resource packs. Will we be seeing that in the Telltale Minecraft as well?
texture packs.
Yeah.
I would say no, not necessarily. With this game, it's really about playing the story about these certain characters, and in order to kind of write the character of Jesse and write the character of Petra, we kind of want them to look a certain way. So that's not typically something that we do in our games, but certainly definitely continue to do that in the core Minecraft games.
And like we spent so much time, Drug Boy especially spent so much time working out this look and making it feel really cool, so maybe he'd be angry if we just switched over to that.
Thank you.
Will there be any item gathering and crafting? And if you don't craft a certain item, you'll have problems further on in the game.
Yes. So it happens in kind of a Telltale way, which is a little different, and I promise you will understand it once you play it. But yeah, as Jesse, you're going to have to build a sword, and you're going to have to get your flint and steel together, and ignite some portals. You're going to be using items, but you use them as part of the story. And I promise it'll make sense once you play it. But yes, you will use different items.
Thank you. Will it be quite CPU intensive, or will it just be the same as Minecraft?
No, CPU intensive? No, it'll be, specs should be pretty low and pretty facilitating for a lot of different machines. The same game that you're going to play on your PlayStation 4, you'll be able to play on your iPhone and your iPad and your Android. So our games kind of tend to, just like Minecraft, they're able to work on a lot of different devices. Thank you.
I have two questions about the Order of the Stone. One is, when you chose the name, did you choose Order of the Stone because the original name, one of the original names of Minecraft was Minecraft Order of the Stone? And two, I've noticed in the Order symbol there are 4 colours around the central thing, and in the central thing there's like a blue gem, and I'm wondering if that's decoration or what actually means.
It's pretty impressive to take the work considering we put it out like 10 minutes ago. But, I mean, the name, the Order of the Stone, I guess we were inspired by that back in the day.
So that was inspired when Jens and some more of the team came over again for our big writers' rooms. Some of the Telltalers, whereas Keen-eyed is used, or knew about sort of the legendary, mythical, perhaps original name. And this is a nod to that, yeah. So I would say yes. It was a nod to that. And as far as the question about the symbol,
No comments on that. Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah, well done. That was quite impressive. Yeah,
Thank
thanks.
you.
I have 2 questions. One is, since you spoiled so much, we know the Ender Dragon was in it again. What is like the Wither and the Elder Guardian again?
I'm sorry? Yes.
The Wither and Elder God. I mean, maybe. Well, we can't give too much away at this early stages, but lots of familiar, cool Minecraft mobs will be in the game, and you'll get to interact with them in super cool, fun ways, for sure.
The second one is the command block going to have anything in the game?
Yes. You saw, so I don't know if you guys caught the command block in the trailer. The command block will play a very essential role in the story. And
All Joe is going to say about it.
I will say, we really haven't spoiled that much. We really haven't. We're excited for you to play.
Hello. Hi. Are we going to see for Alex in the game?
We didn't actually go with Steve or Alex in the game. We considered that at early stages, but we thought this would be cool to, you know, to kind of follow a new character, a new group of characters around. And, you know, I think people associate Steve and Alex with themselves playing the game, and we wanted this to feel like an adventure, which you definitely take part in, but it feels separate to your Minecraft adventure.
No.
No problem.
So I have two questions. One is the player interface, like, I guess, switching items going to be the same as Minecraft? And will it be in third person?
Yes, it's in third person. There's no first person. It's a lot like kind of watching, you know, controlling a character in a TV show. It's the best way I can explain it. And the menus won't be exactly like the way that you interface with them in Minecraft, but it'll have that kind of look and feel. It's just kind of
Important one, because we want to let a couple other people answer questions.
Due to your actions, can you sort of become like a villain in the game and then like take out the circle and stone people?
I wouldn't say that you can totally take everyone out necessarily, but if you're saying that you can kind of be more like a villain, yes. When you play a Telltale game, you role play, and you can kind of be a nice guy and be nice to your friends, or you can be a huge jerk.
We like to be mean, if that's what you really want to do.
If you want to be a jerk and a creeper, go for it.
But there could be consequences to those actions.
Yes, always consequences.
Thank you. Thank you. Hello. I wanted to just ask. So as you said, it's going to be in like third person. So what about combat? Because you said there's going to be action. Will that still be in first person or third person?
No. So that stays in third person. And if you've ever played an adventure game or a Telltale game, it's kind of happening like cinematic action. And it's kind of like playing a movie, and you're going to be able to you'll be fighting zombies and other monsters, and you'll be sort of seeing them out in the field, and you'll have to take them on. It just doesn't happen in first person in the way it does in Minecraft, but it's very cool. You saw it in the trailer. It happens just like you saw in the trailer.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello. I was wondering if there will be any Easter eggs around the terrain and stuff.
I think there's going to be a lot of Easter eggs in the game for Minecraft players. So
There might have been some Easter eggs in the trailer.
Yeah.
So we're going to have to go watch that again.
So people with a keen eye will definitely find some cool, exciting stuff. Absolutely.
Yeah, where's that one boy? He can tell us all the Easter eggs.
All right, thank you very much.
Hello. I understand that relationships and decisions are a massive part of Telltale games and we love that. But will we be seeing any new mechanics which will allow us to have a bit more control over our character?
The control of your character really just depends on how you're behaving. Like I said with the question earlier, if you want to be a jerk or if you want to be more of a nicer person. The mechanics are going to be pretty familiar, but the thing about that is like we don't focus on mechanics so much as we focus on writing, and all the subtlety and the character behavior and the role-playing behavior really relies on the writing. And the writing in Minecraft is a completely different style than you don't know the answer to that yet. It might, we'll have to check our website for an update, but we'll have to get back to you.
Thanks.
Will the game be co-playable?
Co-op?
Yeah.
No, it's not going to be co-op, but I mean, you know, one of my favorite ways to play Telltale games is on the sofa, and a couple of people argue about decisions and work this out together. It's a super fun way to play, so.
It's not co-op playable, but it is couch playable.
Couch playable, yeah.
We recommend that, you know, we love when people get together and play in the living room with your friends and their family. Sometimes we get together and rent out entire movie theaters and we play with all the fans. And that way, yeah, Telltale games are pretty good for playing with friends.
It's actually a really good way to play because you might learn some things about your friends that you might not have expected. They might make you pretty good guy. That's what you learn when you play together.
Thank you. What's your favorite character which isn't like Ruben?
I don't think it's with Ruben.
One.
I can answer my favorite. So we haven't haven't really talked about him, and I think it's kind of a secret for a while, but one of my favorite movie stars or actors, he's not Ruben, but he's Paul Rubens. Mr. Pee Wee Herman is actually in the game. And his character is really cool, but it's top secret for now, so he's my favorite.
I really like Petra. She's a really cool girl. I would like to be friends with her in real life. Yeah, Petra's actually my choice too.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Maybe my first one hasn't been revealed yet, but maybe at a later date I can say it officially. So we'll see.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Is there going to be like a 400 days DLC thing again?
You played the
They
one
sound super keen on that.
How old are you?
11.
Where are your parents?
Oh, yeah.
Right now it's a 5-episode game. We haven't announced anything beyond that, so just play the game as it is now and stay tuned.
Did you like 400 days?
Yeah.
Cool.
Thanks for playing.
How often do you plan on releasing episodes?
As frequently as we can make sure they are awesome. So typically that's in the span of like anywhere between like a month and a half and sometimes a little bit longer, but if it's a little bit longer, it's only because we want it to be really, really good. So it's going to start this year and it's going to happen pretty quickly. Hi.
Assuming that it's going to be on the PC edition, how long will it take to get through each episode?
So it depends on what kind of player you are and the decisions that you make. And every player is a little bit different, but typically we like to go for anywhere between 2 hours, sometimes a little less or a little bit more. But just like watching a movie, we want it to be only as long as it would take you to watch a movie where you can sit down, start it after dinner, and finish before bed.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Hello. The texture, like the scenery of the new game, is that going to be similar to the Minecraft, or is it going to be completely like different and like a...
It's super similar. There's some slight tweaks to the way the world looks, but I mean one of the cool things, anything you can kind of see and interact with, like a building or if you're in a forest or something, that will feel just like Minecraft building or forest and could have been built in Minecraft. So this world you're interacting with is going to feel really authentic and awesome.
That was the coolest thing, seeing all of our art team building all the sets and all the worlds for story mode in Minecraft.
So we will walk around the office and I'll see people just playing Minecraft. I'm like, are you just playing or are you working on like something for our game?
Thank you.
I have a question. Will the controls be similar to the current Minecraft editions?
No. So this is a little bit of a different type of play experience, but I promise it'll be very easy to learn. Thank you.
Just wondering, what version of Minecraft is this game actually going to be set in? Because you do say, well, one of you said that it was going to be something to do with the Farlands, but the Farlands were removed in a certain update, so what kind of version of the game is the game going to be set in?
I mean, I think it's going to include references to lots of different things that have happened in Minecraft, whether they've been kind of taken out or put back in or patched in and out and stuff. It's kind of, I guess we haven't really restricted it to an exact update, have we? I mean, it's not like one
Kind of pulling from everywhere. If there's something cool that we think could be, really good in the story, then yeah, we're definitely willing to use it.
I mean, the Farlands was something which we just thought would be kind of cool to think about in a narrative way, like how could we explore that place, what is it? So that's the reason it was kind of included.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks.
Will it be as popular as Minecraft or will it be better?
If it's as popular as Minecraft,
Telltale will be...
this guy is going to be a very happy man.
In a lot of ways, it is Minecraft. It's just a different way to experience it. So, I think that is my answer.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Can't wait for you to play.
You mentioned some unique items in story mode, but they never make it into Minecraft itself.
It's not like planned or anything like that. But who knows what might influence future Minecraft developments. I mean, we take inspiration from so many different things that if the devs think something's cool, I mean, they might want to do it. You can ask Jens tomorrow in the panel.
Hi. I was wondering, do you think you could put your own skill on top of the main character, or will you probably make it what you intended for yes?
That's a two-parter. I said one. Now, nothing announced for 3DS, but no custom skins right now. We really kind of like just like a cartoon or a TV show, like a Pixar movie. We're very particular about making sure the characters look a certain way. So we kind of want them to look kind of how they look. So nothing custom.
When you finish all the 5 episodes, will there be more to come?
I mean, we haven't planned out like stuff past that, but I mean, who knows if it's super cool? Well, it will be super cool, but if it's super duper cool.
We are not planning more episodes, maybe.
Let's get through the 5 first, and then we'll email you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay, a couple more, we're over time, so we'll be super quick.
Hi. Is there going to be a skill tree or crafting speed and like get XP and then you spend on points to increase speed or agility?
I mean, it won't work like it does in Minecraft, but I mean, there's probably some elements of player progression in there, where, I mean, you'll feel the characters develop it, but it might not necessarily feel the same as it does in Minecraft.
Yeah, you won't be choosing how to allocate points to different skills, but you will definitely be progressing and developing as a character in different ways.
The Steam version, will there be Steam achievements?
I believe so, yes.
When Jesse was fighting the zombie in the trailer, there was a yellow outline around it. Does that mean anything?
I think that means that the player was highlighting the zombie to attack it. And that's kind of how Telltale games work, where you're kind of observing the scene and deciding what you're going to fight. I think that's him just highlighting the zombie and choosing to attack.
Thank you.
Nice. Thank you.
Are you going to be adding any new actions like kicking or dropping? Things like that?
It all depends on what the writers and the designers come up with, and there'll be a lot of cool things that you'll be able to do, and it all happens as part of the story. And
Drop
Yeah, that would be pretty drop kicking.
Drop kicking?
Yeah.
Well, we still haven't made the rest of the game, but we'll suggest that. We'll suggest a
I
drop
would
kick.
suggest that to the Telltale team in our next game.
Thank you.
Thank you all for coming and hearing about this game. We really appreciate it. You're amazing.
Best in the world. Thank you so much for coming.